Pakistan just announced a $4 billion plus military deal with Libya. But this isn't your normal arms sale. There's China in the mix, there's Libya's civil war, there's UN embargo, and India. India is basically chilling. So let's break this down in simple language. What's actually happening versus what's just clickbait. First, what's this deal really about? Pakistan has finalized a deal to supply military equipment to the Libyan National Army, the LNA, that's one of Libya's rival armed factions. It's being called one of Pakistan's largest ever defense export agreements. The value, around $4 billion to $4.6 billion. The location, Libya, primarily with the LNA in eastern Libya. Timeline, delivery spread over roughly 2.5 years. Equipment, 16 JF-17 fighter jets, 12 Super Mushak trainer planes, plus other air, land and naval gear. Now let's talk JF-17s and China. This isn't a jet Pakistan built completely on its own. The JF-17 Thunder is a joint China-Pakistan fighter. It's built with a lot of Chinese technology, engines and aerospace know-how. So while Pakistan markets these jets as its own exports, China is the real tech backbone. They likely have to sign off on exports too. If the deal goes through, it also means China's influence is getting exported indirectly, not just Pakistan showing off. Next, Libya itself is a complicated story. It's not a unified country with a single government. It's split into two main camps. Eastern Libya is controlled by the Libyan National Army led by Khalifa Haftar. Western Libya is controlled in theory by the UN-recognized government of national unity. Pakistan's deal is only with the Eastern LNA, not the official government. So the equipment Pakistan is selling is basically going to one armed faction in a fractured civil war. That's not your usual state-to-state export. It could also tilt the balance in Libya's ongoing conflict. And then there is the UN arms embargo. Since 2011, after Gaddafi fell, the UN Security Council has imposed a global arms embargo on Libya. Any transfer of weapons technically needs UN approval. Pakistan says this deal doesn't break the embargo. Officials argue there are no direct UN sanctions on Haftar personally. Many countries have been supplying weapons to Libya anyway, and they claim the embargo is basically paper only because it's widely ignored. But legal experts say this is a massive grey zone. Big questions remain. What about India? Honestly, nothing big. India's defense system is very different. India builds and exports its own aircraft like the Tejas, follows strict legal export standards, isn't competing for Libya's military business, and foreign policy doesn't hinge on deals with armed factions. So India isn't impacted militarily or geopolitically. To sum it up, critics both inside Pakistan and internationally say this deal could fuel conflict in Libya. It might violate international norms, and a lot of it could be PR over reality, lots of talk, unclear delivery plans. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments. Till then, keep watching India TV for all the latest updates.